What's up, guys? Super Horror Talk. Back at it again with another review. This time for Shang-Chi, the newest in the MCU. My name's Johnny.
My name is Mark.
And we are here to discuss what our thoughts and a little bit of the overview of the new movie that came out just this Friday. So we didn't know what to expect this movie because it's not technically, because Black Widow's technically the first Phase 4 movie because of the end credit scenes, but we'll consider this basically the first tied-in Phase 4 movie, and it was a pleasant surprise for us.
Basically, our first thoughts when we saw the trailer of this movie, we didn't know really what to expect, how this was going to tie into the MCU, and all those questions were definitely answered in this movie. So personally, I thought the main character they chose for this to play Shang-Chi, he was really good. I thought he was relatable. That's also a good thing to relate to your audience. He was also, I believe he was a little bit trained in mixed martial arts, so he was kind of doing most of his stunts. What did you think of the character?
I was personally a fan of him. I thought he had a lot of charisma. His acting, very, very, very good
Very
actor.
good.
I think he fits the role very well, and I thought it was very good that they selected him for it. And I think going on in the future for Marvel, I think he's going to fit very well with other characters. He's got good comedic timing, says his lines well, and you believe what he's saying. That you think you believe he's the character.
Absolutely. So the actress that played Katie Aquafina, I thought was pretty good as a side character. Usually, the side characters are kind of thrown off and just used for kind of funny lines. She did have funny lines, but I also felt like she was pretty important in the movie, especially in the end, helping fighting the dragon. What did you think?
I thought she was a pretty good character. She ties in very well. She plays a very important role, surprisingly. Usually, from the beginning, I thought she was just going to be like a character there just for comedic value, but she actually has a purpose. And as you see in the ending of the movie, she is going to be a character that is going to be staying with Shang-Chi, and she's going to be pretty important. I thought her acting was a little bad sometimes, a little stale. You could tell she was acting sometimes, like her line delivery, but also at other times, really freaking good. It's a give and take, but I thought she worked pretty well for the movie.
So basically, to start off the movie, they do show Wen Wu, aka the Mandarin, and how he was actually really, really old. I believe 1,000 years old, and him having the 10 rings, going by many names, fighting many wars, trying to take control as many countries,
as much land as possible.
as much power as he can get in his hands.
So the Wen Wu character, I was personally a fan of. He had a nice little arc. It seemed a little. Did you think it seemed a little? I thought it seemed a little generic for Marvel movies.
I thought it was alright. I liked how kind of it was kind of about him and his children and family kind of thing. It's I feel it's they made it relatable.
I thought I had a little bit of the Marvel recipe to it. How they're all like that, but I thought it was a little bit different. It had a nice little something to it with the 10 rings and stuff, and had transferring of them and whatnot. How he had the blue rings. And then how the rings are like Mjolnir and how you have to be worthy. And once they went to Shang-Chi, they turned yellow. I thought that was pretty nice that happened. Nice little carrot. That's like a nice little part to Shang-Chi saying how he's that good of a person that he's worthy of them and he gets the full power of them and he uses them and he absolutely messes stuff up with them. Yes. Watching him fight that dragon and rip its heart out.
So basically, with the rings, they were blue for Wen Wu, which we kind of found out that it wasn't unlocked for the full potential power of the 10 rings. And once they changed over to Shang-Chi, they turned gold, and that's when they were kind of really unlocked. All right, so basically we find out that Shang-Chi's mom had died from Wen Wu's kind of past altercation with this gang, and they came back and wanted to get their debt paid off, which was killing either the kids or her.
It's like a blood debt payment.
Yeah, they said blood for blood kind of thing, and Wen Wu went after them as well and tried to find the boss. And actually, eventually they did, but Wen Wu actually sent Shang-Chi out to go murder him, which I believe he hinted at that he did because he told Katie that...
He originally said he didn't.
Yeah, he originally said he didn't, but he eventually told Katie that he kind of did, saying he's not the person she thinks he is.
To continue with what I liked about the movie, the choreography on the fight scenes were really well done. I thought they were mostly hand to hand combat type of things. There was obviously towards like the bigger fights, there was more magic involved or
CG.
whatever
I
you
would
want to call it.
say like kind of like more of a CGI.
Yeah, but the hand-to-hand stuff was really well done. I thought it was really detailed. They went all out on it. I thought the main actor, he did a really good job in the fight scenes. He that was a there was a whole lot of movement going on. There was a whole the
It's
karate type of thing, whatever. That was really well done. I really liked
it
that.
was very fast paced, which I thought was like cool. It kind of kept you at the edge of your seat.
Hmm.
I did also really enjoy it. I believe this is Marvel's first like kind of rendition of like mixed martial arts fighting,
Hmm.
rather than just normal kind of hand to hand combat. Basically, at the end of the movie, Wen Wu is overall trying to get back his wife. He keeps hearing these voices inside of his head, but we kind of find out that they're not actually his wife. But he's trying to break into the mystical village, the Tao Lo, I believe it was called. I'm probably wrong on that. But he was trying to get in to break open that gate, but to find out that it's actually blood sucking, soul sucking dragons flying everywhere, trying just to destroy everything.
I think they're soul collectors.
Soul collectors, yes, but soul suckers sounds good as well.
Another character I was a fan of was Shang Li, the sister of Shang-Chi. She was well done. She had a nice little arc to her, how she did everything. She made herself on her own. And Shang-Chi, pretty much when he was younger, abandoned her at the Ten Rings facility. And she had to fend for herself and break out on her own. And she, after breaking out, ran her own fighting ring and pretty much made her own living. She was a pretty big character. She's also very powerful. She trained herself because her father wouldn't let her learn with everyone else. She had to sit on the sidelines, and she perfected whatever she was watching everyone else do. And I thought that was pretty cool of her. Makes her unique, and she's a very powerful character.
And basically, she was kind of like left out by the dad in the movie Wenwu because she said that she reminded him too much of the wife that he just lost and couldn't bear to kind of
See her.
realize that and see that.
Yeah. So the final fight, it was a really big, really CGI filled, but a really large scale battle. So much going on. The two sides that were fighting originally, the Ten Rings army and the
Talo
Paolo
villagers,
people.
yeah.
I don't know if they had a name for themselves, but they went into a huge battle against each other. And then once Wen Wu broke out the huge soul collector, they pretty much realized that they're pretty much beat because they don't stand a chance. They had to work together to fight these soul collectors. And I thought out just all that coming full circle and them working together was really cool to watch. And also the way the combat style was just really awesome.
And as the two sides were kind of teaming up now, you see um, Shang-Chi and his sister kind of riding the dragon, fighting against a bigger kind of soul sucker thing. But you kind of see that he unlocks like the full potential and the power of the Ten Rings, kind of defeating the big dragon, soul sucker, whatever you call it. But I thought that was pretty cool as well. It kind of just showed the full potential of what we could see in the future of the MCU.
Continue on Tao. I thought the CG done there was beautiful. I thought that whole like mystical place looked phenomenal. I thought it was great. All the wild characters they had there, they were like very unique, things you would never expect to be seeing. I think it was completely well done. It was very well done.
It makes you really want to like kind of explore it's like what else is there because she said that the cities there were larger than the ones that they were from, um, basically in their reality.
To go over the post-credit scenes, the first one, it was actually pretty long, and I thought it was well done. There's a surprising amount in it compared to what we usually get. We usually get short things, but I think since this is a first time for him and they need to connect it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they gave more detail to it. Wong brings them to the Sanctum, where Captain Marvel and Bruce Banner, who's not in Hulk form, like he was in the last movie he was in, where it was the combo of him and Bruce Banner. It was just Bruce Banner, which I don't know how they're going to explain that, but I thought that's pretty interesting. but they're going over the 10 rings and how they have nothing on them and how they have no idea where they came from or what they're made of. So that's pretty interesting to the lore of them, how it's a pretty much a completely new thing and we know nothing about it. And we're only going to keep getting deeper into it. And there's a supposedly like a message or like
A beacon. It was. They were
yeah, it's
saying.
coming from within it, sending out like a call to something. We don't know what, but I guess we'll find out. I thought it was pretty cool, but it helps tie into the MCU and how he'll be connected and will be a part of the Avengers.
So
Or
hopefully for the Bruce
uh,
Banner thing, I hope that maybe we get to see Hulk kind of back in it because he's out of that form. So maybe he can go back in it when they do the She-Hulk series, as he's kind of being the mentor to the new Hulk of the MCU. But yeah, also the 10 Rings. We find out that it's older than 1,000 years old, and as Johnny said, they have no kind of information on it. So I think they're probably hinting at maybe a villain or maybe a place or something like that that can relate to that. But I think there were also a lot of people were speculating that the 10 Rings could be related to the new Eternals movie coming out with the Celestials. It could be made by them. I saw people kind of relating Galactus, but I think that's probably a little bit far fetched. But Marvel's always got something up their sleeve, and I know it's going to be cool. And I'm just really excited to see what we're going to do with this character and kind of
in
everything around
Feige we
him.
trust.
So after that mid post credit scene, we find out that Shang-Chi's sister, we see her actually on the throne of kind of the 10 Rings army, and it seems to be turned to mostly female, which she's kind of creating her own empire and not following her dad's ways. So we don't actually know if she's going to be good or bad. Hopefully good, but it would probably be cool to see a little bit of a bad blood between brother and sister in a future sequel. But I think that's also kind of pretty exciting as well.
So that was our review of Shang-Chi. All around, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. I got a pretty ranked high up on my Marvel list now. I think it's like 12th on the list. Probably could be moved up on another watch. But what do you think of it, Mark?
I could definitely see this being a fan favorite instantly. I thought it was really good, like origin movie, one of their better ones. Um, Definitely going to be a super cool character. Like we said before, we didn't know what we were going to expect from this movie, but it really did surprise us, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you guys for tuning in again. This has been Super Horror Talk. Give us a like, give us a comment, let us know how we're doing. Tell us if we're bad, tell us if we're good. Just give us something to work with. Throw us a sub if you want. We're all here. We're here for engagement. Always here to listen in. It's been nice shooting a video for you guys. Have a good one. Goodbye. You dabbing on me? Dad dab.
Bye.
Oh my lord.